Everybody go to breakfast.
I think the first processing time was like 30 to 45 minutes because my hair was like jet dark. So
oh my God.
I wanted to get lifted light. So she was like, it's going to be a process. It's going to take some steps, but I can do it.
Does she know anything about locks? Hey you guys, this is Nicole. I've been on my loc journey for almost 3 years now with thin, low density hair, and I am here to help you on your loc journey so you won't make the same mistakes, child. Hey Ashley, I want to just throw it over to you and thank you for being here. And why don't you just give a nice introduction, let the people know who you are.
Hello, my name is Ashley, the owner of Petit Locs. We specialize in handmade loc jewelry. I'm a mom of 3. I have 3 girls. They also have tiny locks, small locks, petite locks. I've been locked for 6 years. It'll be 7 this November.
Okay.
So I'm definitely enjoying my journey. This is my second loc journey, but we're going to talk about this one. I have what would be considered majority type for hair, high density hair as well, very thick.
Yes, come on, high density. Yes.
I'm originally from Maryland, but I'm an Army wife, and we are currently in Hawaii. So I'm loving the weather, the sun. There's always a rainbow here. Like when I say there's always a rainbow here, and I think it's just, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Like you be having a crazy day and you go outside and you look up in the sky and there's a rainbow and you're like, so, right? It definitely makes my day.
How old are your girls, if I may ask?
9, 6, and 3. And she's going to be 4 in like a couple weeks. So
I love that.
And I homeschool too. So they're always here with me. I don't get like that day break where they're like gone for like 8 hours. So I'm in the 4th grade. I'm in kindergarten and I'm also in pre-K.
You are a great teacher. And now that you mention it, I can get some of the teacher vibe from you.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, because you have a nice personality. It has a lot of sunshine in your personality. I am excited because I reached out to Ashley to join me on my podcast, which you guys know is very new at the time of this recording. I've been in touch with Ashley for quite a few years on Instagram. When you are on Instagram and you're connected with other people who have locks, it's easy for you to begin to identify some of your loc friends by characteristics of their hair or maybe, I don't know, aspects of their personality. And last year, I wanted to do a collaborative type of content with different women on the loc journey, and Ashley participated. This is who Ashley is to me. Ashley is my loc girly friend who has beautiful blonde hair. Whenever I see her content, it's always giving me the same vibe. You're going to get that nice sunny personality. You're going to get that laid back, free spirit energy from her, and you're going to get that hair. You're going to get her locks, and her locks, like, okay. Her locks, like every girl that you ever see with locks, I think her locks always look perfect on her. And that's how I feel about Ashley and her hair. To have her here today to talk about not just her hair and not just her journey, but to really bring us into this whole idea of hair color, because Ashley, like, aren't you doing something wrong by coloring your locks? Like, I think that's the first question. How are you doing it, girl?
I love it. I love color. I've loved color since forever. I remember my mama finally let me do my hair and I was like, I'm getting some blonde streaks. So I knew it wouldn't be any different when I got my locks, because I colored my hair prior to me getting locks because I know I was getting locks, and they were like, okay, you have to wait a year. And so by the time that year came, my color had grew way down, and I was like, no. We're gonna recolor. And I wanted what I have now, like what is called an intentional ombre. So you go from dark to light. And yeah, I just really enjoy color.
Imagine if I listen what a hater gotta say. I never give a broke bitch any time of day. You ugly when you jealous, bitch. Look at that face. I'm hot right now and you're not, okay?
And especially when it's intentional. Like what? So when you first got your locks established, you said you started the journey with hair color, right?
Yes.
How do you feel your hair behaved when you first got established? Did the color do anything to your curl pattern to make it harder for the loctician at the time? Do you remember?
I don't feel like it. The loctician I went to, she was a trainee, I will say.
Love trainees.
She did not tell me that the color impacted anything when it came to cutting my locks.
Okay.
My hair did fine with it. You know, it settled and everything went great. So.
Okay. Did your hair actually lock at the 1 year mark?
No, it took 2 years for my hair to lock.
Huh. Is that because your curl pattern, you think?
I think so. And I think because my hair it wasn't long, because it was like the 5 inches, 6 inches that they kind of recommend. So it was fairly short.
So you finally get the green light and you said you went to a professional.
I did.
What do you think that your colorist did to your hair that would make it, make the results a little bit better than someone else who may have put color in their hair by themselves?
I'm also a DIYer. After I initially got the first color session, I know what's in my control, what's out of my control, right?
Come on.
I know that when I first got my locks, I didn't want to mess them up. I didn't want to, try playing with color in my locks because I wanted it to come out correctly. So that's why I sought out a cosmetologist. She did a great job. It took a long time because I wanted the intentional ombre. I got there like 8 o'clock, but I didn't leave until like 2 or 3. It took a long time. And I didn't even get a retightening or anything, but it was just the color process. I think the first processing time was like 30 to 45 minutes because my hair was like jet dark. So
oh my God.
I wanted it lifted light. So she was like, it's going to be a process. It's going to take some steps, but I can do it.
Does she know anything about locks?
Hey, you guys, be a guest on my show. Drop down the comment section and click the link to submit your form to be on Loc Journey Realness.
The person that initially colored my hair was Fanta. I know you guys have seen her on Instagram, Tiny Locks, Fanta Hair Studio.
Definitely.
And so I was in Maryland at the time. This is before we, went active duty, stuff like that. So I'm born and raised in Maryland, like I said. So I found her and I was like, oh my God. And I know her books were always booked and people were always like, I want to get in there. So I was like, I'm gonna book with her. And this was back before she had like super, like a lot of clients. So
yes,
I was lucky.
Okay.
And I loved my hair color. I loved it after she did it. And after it grew out, I just decided that, I guess I can take it from here. I think it was maybe 2021. She had a class that she held for people that wanted to learn how to color their own hair. So I actually took that class as well, just to kind of help me out with the knowledge I already had. So,
I love that, because a lot of the journey cannot occur in the chair of a professional. So the fact that, it just cannot. You know what I mean?
have to kind of do a little bit on your own sometimes. And I think that's where people fail too. It's because a lot of people are like, I don't want to do anything myself. And it's like, but how are you going to like thrive on your journey if you don't want to do anything yourself? Like sometimes we have to me, be a little self-sufficient with our own journeys along with the loctician. So.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I know, speaking for myself, beginning my journey, it was a moment for me to really get educated. For whatever reason, I was intimidated by what I thought I would learn about my hair once it fully locked. I was experienced with my hair in almost every configuration that you can think of, except for locks. So when I first got them, I was just like, I don't want to break anything. I don't want anything, because it's just like, right?
There's
it's like,
people
oh my
that
gosh.
message me like, I want to color my hair, but I was so scared. I'm like, just do it.
So when you were getting that first coloring process done on your locks, did you have those same fears that people may have? Like, is this going to work for my hair? How is this going to turn out? Am I going to lose any hair? How did you feel when you were going through the coloring process, since it took so many hours?
Well, it was a little nerve-wracking at first, but I will say I trusted her because I, saw her work. I watched her for a while. I knew that she knew what she was doing. I knew that it was better than me playing in my hair. She wasn't using anything that was like, 40 volume developer, 50 volume, you know what I mean? Like certain things that were just kind of like red flags. I didn't see any of those. Like I said, it did take a long time. I was like, I'm tired of sitting here. But at the same time, I was just excited because I was like, come on, slather my head up because I'm ready to be blonde. I'm ready to, I was so tired of my dark hair. I was like, I'm just ready to be light. It was my natural color when I got it done. The only thing that was on my ends was like kind of like a honey blonde.
Okay.
So my hair initially, like if you take this up, it was like brown on the roots, and then it went to a high blonde on the end, or like a honey blonde on the end.
Okay. So she took you up quite a few levels in one day.
We did multiple sessions. So she put, we did like maybe 3 or 4 different sessions within one day. So she put a certain amount of stuff in my hair. We left it in. She rinsed it out. She mixed something else up. She had a lot of mixing going on.
Yes, come on, support. Let's get this color support.
Okay. She wanted to make her own color, because me personally, I had a problem back in the day when I had my loose natural hair with box dye. So I had a cosmetologist that used box dye in my hair, but I found out the hard way that I'm allergic to box dye. My hair doesn't like it. So all around my ears, my hair just like broke off to about this much. And then the rest of my hair is like shoulder length. So
y'all, let's keep this conversation going. If you have colored your locks before, thinking about coloring your locks, or maybe had a bad hair day as a result of coloring your locks, drop down the comment section below and stay tuned for part 2 next week. Thanks, Ashley.